Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the SH Monsterarts Gamera 1996. Now, this version of Gamera comes from the 1996 film Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, which I think is a really good movie. It's not quite as good as Gamera 3, but if we're being honest, I don't think any movie will beat Gamera 3. Hell, I'd even go as far as to say that a lot of Godzilla movies aren't as good as Gamera 3. The only Godzilla movies that I consider to be genuinely better than Gamera 3 are the original 54 film and Shin Godzilla. But other than that, Gamera 3 is pretty much better than most of those other Godzilla movies. I love Godzilla, don't get me wrong, but listen, the Heisei Gamera movies are actually phenomenal. I love them to death. And Gamera 2, like I said, it's not as good as Gamera 3, but still, it's still a really good movie. So, yeah. Luckily for you, if you have not seen the Gamera movies yet, they are all free to watch on Amazon Prime, including the Showa Gamera movies and the Heisei movies. So, definitely go and check those out. So, yeah. Anyway, really quick, I just want to say, this is not a new figure. This is not a re-release. This is a much older figure. This came out, the beginning of, 2015. So, yeah, this isn't a figure you can really buy anymore. I mean, you can, but you're gonna pay a lot of money if you want this figure. But we'll talk more about that towards the end of this video. So, yeah. Anyway, with all that said, let's just get right into this. Of course, to start this review, we'll be taking a look at the paint first, and the painting on this figure is really nice for the most part. So let's take a closer look. So as we can see here, most of Gamera's skin is this nice grayish color. It's very charcoal gray, which I think looks really nice. His toenails, fingernails, the spikes on his elbows, I almost said shoulders, and his teeth are painted this brownish, yellowish color, which I think looks nice. And even we can see some shading at the base of the tusks here, and at the base of the spikes here, and so on. So, yeah. Taking a look at the carapace here, we can see that it is this almost this brownish grayish color, which I think looks really nice. On mine, there's a very minor speck of paint right there. There's a little bit of pink, but I could probably scratch that off. But then again, I don't want to damage this figure. I paid a lot of money for this thing. So yeah, the back of the carapace here, we can see that it is painted this greenish color with some darker gray highlights, which I think makes the carapace here look really nice. So yeah, taking a look at the mouth here, we can see that the mouth is this pinkish, almost like a tannish color, which I think looks nice. And as we can see here, the eyes are painted white with green pupils. And the thing is, unfortunately on mine, this figure is a little cross-eyed, because this eye is looking a little more up than this eye. It doesn't look too bad, but it's still somewhat noticeable, and it's kind of a shame, but it's whatever. It's not the end of the world, even though I paid a lot for this figure. But we'll talk about that towards the end. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the painting on Gamera. And the painting here is really nice. I mean, other than the eyes, the painting here is really good. So, the painting, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the articulation. And the articulation on Gamera here is really cool. So, let's take a closer look at that. So, as we can see, the mouth is on a hinge joint. It can open up that wide. Sorry, there's a car going by. And something that's really cool is that if you take something small like a bobby pin, it can actually go underneath the tongue. And the tongue is on a hinge joint, which is pretty cool. But anyway, we have a ball joint at the base of the head here, a ball joint here throughout the neck, and we have another ball joint at the base of the neck here, which is pretty cool. The shoulders are on ball joints. We have a bend in the elbow here. Unfortunately, I don't know why my joint is kind of sticking out like that. I don't know why, but there we go. But yeah, we do have a bend in the elbow there, which is neat. The wrists are on ball joints, so you can move them around like so. The legs are on ball joints. Bend at the knees here, and the feet are on ball joints as well. And going to the tail, we have 6 different segments. So you can pose the tail any way you want. Just be careful because you don't want to like scrape the shell here, or carapace, sorry. But yeah. And at the end of Gamera 2, there's a scene where like Gamera shoots a beam out of his torso. And basically it's cool that like you can like actually do that. So what you want to do to open this up, it's like very specific, and you do have to be like really careful, but basically all you have to do is just open up the joints like so. Just be very careful. Just open up the like outer joints first, so open up these. They're on ball joints, so you can like not mess with them, but just kind of like move them around so that way it's like easier for them to like open up. I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one. There we go. And then you just open that up like so. You push this piece down. Easy push down, but not too far because they will pop off. This one popped off on me earlier today. And then you just move these parts here. And there you go. Gamera is ready to fire his beam at Legion. And I think it looks really cool. You know, the painting in here looks nice, and yeah, it's a cool little feature. So, yeah. Anyway, that's or actually, beforehand, I should probably show you how to close this. And to close it, just do the reverse. Just close these inner joints first. It's pretty like self-explanatory, but again, I feel like I should show you. And close this part like so, and then just close these parts. So, yeah, there you go. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. And the articulation here, I think, is really cool. You know, I don't know why, for mine, like, this arm, like, it's kind of annoying, because, like, this piece just keeps, like, going out of the socket, so it's just kind of, like, trying to pose it, like that arm is just kind of weird. Which, I don't know, like, what the deal is there, but other than that, yeah, the articulation on this figure is really cool. So, yeah, the articulation on this figure, I'd say definitely gets a pass. This guy also comes with some accessories, including this fireball, which I think looks really cool. I think the detailing and sculpting here looks really nice. And it's made out of this transparent plastic, which I think is really cool. So, yeah. And basically, all you have to do is just, like, it just rests in Gamera's mouth like so. Do be careful of his tusks, but if you want him to breathe a fireball. And there you go. I think that looks really cool. I love that to death. Unfortunately, we only get one stand, or we only get one base, because the other accessory is a stand for Gamera's flight mode. Plug it into the base there, and there you go. I wish it was a lot higher, like, from the base. I wish it, like, was, like, up to here. And I wish you could, like, you know, just, like, you know, like, pose this, so you could, like, you know, put him in any position. But I can live with this, but still, it would have been nice if the stand was taller. But that's just me. And to get Gamera in his flight mode, all you have to do is pop off the arms and legs, put on these alternate pieces, and all you have to do is just put him on a stand like so. And there you go, we have Gamera in his flying mode. And I gotta say, I think this is really awesome. Like, I really love, like, I don't know why, I really love Gamera in his flying form. I don't know, like, particularly in the, you know, the last two of the Heisei Gamera movies, like Attack of Legion and Revenge of Iris. You know, I think it just looks really cool how, you know, his arms turn into, like, these fins. And it looks like a sea turtle, and that's, you know, what they were going for, but still. I think the design looks really cool, and, yeah, overall, I just think, this just looks really cool. Again, it would have been nice if the stand was a little taller, and it would have been nice if you could, like, adjust, like, the base of the stand, like, this part, so you could have, like, Gamera, like, flying straight, like so, but still, this looks really cool. One minor thing I do want to point out, though, is that on mine, there's a little bit of a paint blemish right there. I don't know what that's doing there. I could probably just scrape it off, but still, I don't know why it's there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the accessories. Now we'll take a look at the sculpting on Gamera, and the sculpting on this figure is pretty much perfect. It's literally one-to-one to how he looked in the movie. I can't really think of any complaints I have with the sculpting here because, like I said, it's pretty much perfect. Very, like, one-to-one to how he looked in the movie. So, yeah, of course I'll pull up some, like, reference photos, on screen right now. But, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. It's just one-to-one Gamera from Gamera 2 Attack of Legion. So, yeah. Anyway, the sculpting on this figure is perfect. So the sculpting definitely gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing. And the detailing on this figure is very good. So let's take a closer look. So taking a look at the head here, we can see all of the bit of like musculature in the head here looks great. And all the little like spikes and whatnot on the top of the head. Looks great. And even the inside of the mouth has a lot of great detailing inside. And throughout this figure, for like the arms and whatnot, we have a lot of like wrinkles and creases in the skin. And we even have some like scales in the hands here, which again I think looks great. And these spikes on his elbows here are detailed very nicely as well. Going to the underside of his carapace, we can see that it has a lot of really nice detailing as well. Again, we have a lot of like a lot of cracks and indentations here, and I think overall it just looks great. And even on the side of the carapace here, again, it just looks great. The legs here, again, we have a lot of great detailing, all of the musculature and all of the creases and wrinkles and whatnot. Again, everything here is just detailed very nicely. And the feet, all of the scaling on the toes there, just looks great. The back of the carapace is also detailed very nicely. We get all of the cracks and crevices and whatnot, which look great. But we also have some like bumps and whatnot, like here and here, that really like, adds to the look of this thing. So again, the detailing on the back of the carapace is great. And of course, the tail has a lot of great detailing as well. All of the scales and everything, and all of, like the creases and wrinkles on the underside looks great. And yeah, overall, the detailing on this figure is, again, just like with the sculpting, it's pretty much perfect. So yeah, the detail on this figure is great. So the detailing, I'd say, definitely gets a pass. Now, moving on to the size comparisons, here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Gamera from Gamera Guardian of the Universe, and here we have Gamera from Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. And these two look nice together, and it is really nice to have like figures of like all three of the Gamera designs from the Heisei movies. It would have been nice if they made a Bandai vinyl of the 96 Gamera, but still, I digress. It's still really nice to own these figures in or own these designs in figure form. So yeah, I think that's really cool. So there they are. Here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Legion, and Legion was definitely bigger in the movie, but they still don't look terrible together. So there they are. And even though he's not from the Gamera series, here we have the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Rebirth version. And let me just say, these guys complement each other just beautifully. In fact, I took a couple pictures of Gamera with this figure, and I'll put one of them on screen because, wow, these guys just look really nice together. So, yeah. And of course, here we have some hand sanitizer. Here we have Dr. Billy Grant. And because Sonic Origin literally comes out in a week from now, here we have Classic Sonic, and here we have Classic Tails. I can't trust this enough. I am really, like, genuinely excited for Sonic Origins. It looks great. It's going to be great to play this game's, like, remastered. It's so good. So, yeah. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? Now, unfortunately, this is an older figure, so this figure is no longer available in, like, action figure stores like Big Bad Toy Store or Awesome Collector. This figure is completely sold out. So if you do want this figure, you're unfortunately going to have to pay, aftermarket prices. And that'll cost you between well, I paid like $250 for mine, though that could vary. I've seen some of these guys get listed for $300. So definitely try to find this figure for the best price. But honestly, even if you do end up paying like $250 for this thing, I gotta be honest, it's kind of worth it because this is a really nice figure. I love this thing. I mean, yeah, the eyes on mine aren't really symmetrical, so that's kind of unfortunate. And there are some very, very minor like paint defects on like this figure, but other than those, it's like, this figure is like great. You know, it feels good. You know, the posability is great. I love his flight mode, and overall, I do think that this is a great figure. So if you do want this figure, honestly, I'd say treat yourself, because this figure, though expensive now, I think that it is a great figure. And the reason why I want to go for this figure specifically, because there are other SH Monsterarts Gamera figures. There's the SH Monsterarts Gamera 1995, which looks good, but like, I don't know, I don't dislike the Gamera design in that movie, but like, I think his head is a little too big. I think the proportions are just a little too big, but that's just me. And there's also the SH Monsterarts Gamera 1999 from Gamera 3. And even though that's literally one of my favorite movies ever, that figure still doesn't really look great to me, because like, the design isn't really like one-to-one to how he looked in the movie. It still looks really good, but still not really my cup of tea. But I decided to go with this guy because it's a nice like in between the 95 Gamera design and the 99 Gamera design. So yeah. Plus, you know, like I said earlier, he fits really well with the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Rebirth version. And yeah, I don't have a figure of this Gamera design, so I figured the SH Monsterarts exists, so I just decided to pick it up. So yeah, I'd say definitely get this figure if you can. Even if you have to pay like 250, again, I'd say it's worth it because the quality on this guy is very nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend this figure. So yeah, hopefully this figure does get re-released for like a much cheaper price. But yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.